When the chairman of General Electric first visited India, he was absolutely amazed and said, I have never seen a place where the gap between potential and the ground reality is so great. In other words, we are capable of so much and we're languishing at a very, very low level. This is true materially, this is true spiritually. So, what is going wrong? What's going wrong is the mind is all clogged with petty, inconsequential things, with ego, with desire, with distraction. Every little distraction is enough to take us away. For instance, today, the distraction is cricket match. This is only the beginning. What will happen to you by the end of it? So, all of this creates a lack of focus. And this you need to fight. So, it's there within us. All this garbage we're carrying with us. What we need to do is just temporarily at least set it aside. Just temporarily. And give yourself an opportunity to tap into your talent, your swadharma, at least identify it. Yesterday, a young man came to me and said, how do I identify my swadharma? For this is the difference between a lecture like this and an interactive workshop like the one we're having next weekend, where you can ask questions and we have the time and the flexibility to give answers. Here we don't have that. So, identify your strongest desire. Swadharma means strongest desire. That which keeps on coming up to the surface of your mind. And then, once you identify the swadharma, in the area of your swadharma, whatever it is, it may be music, it may be Vedanta, it may be management, it may be architecture, anything. In that field, fix a higher ideal. The higher the ideal, the greater will be the momentum that you cultivate. Then, most important, invest your thoughts in it. Thoughts are very powerful. The more you invest your thoughts in it, it becomes a force that is unstoppable. You overcome all kinds of obstacles and go zooming ahead. For this to be a real force to reckon with, you must have a worshipful attitude towards whatever it is that you're doing. As we quoted a journalist who was talking about Sachin Tendulkar, he said, when Sachin Tendulkar approaches the nets, it's like a devotee approaching a temple. That intensity of feeling you must have. Bhavana. Only then you achieve. Next comes, consciously keep away all impediments, all distractions. For instance, a person who is seriously interested in learning the Bhagavad Gita will come well before time. Sit down, relax, attune the mind to the lectures, and for which we have had bhajans every evening. Keep your mobiles on switch off mode. This is not for my sake. This is not for the Bhagavad Gita. This is for you. Wherever you go, anything that is important to you, you cannot allow your mobile phone to keep beeping or ringing. Then what's important is benchmark against the best in that field. For instance, if you're a cricketer, you benchmark your performance against the very best. If, like Sachin Tendulkar, for instance. If you're a tennis player, benchmark against Nadal or Federer. Don't go by public opinion. And the worst thing to do is to go by your family members' opinion. They obviously will say good things about you. And then the last is, let go of the fruit, because remember one thing, you get what you deserve. You may desire the moon, but you'll get only what your merit demands. So, for all of this, you need knowledge. Knowledge of the higher. It opens up your mind. It expands your mind. Otherwise, the mind tends to get restrictive, tends to get petty-minded, like a vulture. A vulture flies high up in the air, but its attention is on the meat that is on the ground. We are like that. You may make a lot of money, you may live in fancy homes, you may drive around in fabulous cars, but the attention is petty, small mind. So expand your mind. So you need knowledge. What kind of knowledge? Shankaracharya put it in one sentence. Nitya, anitya, viveka, vicharam. Nitya, permanent. Anitya, impermanent. Viveka, discrimination. Vicharam, constant reflection on the difference between what is permanent and impermanent. And everything that is impermanent, see, you don't know the permanent, but at least you know that whatever the world has to offer is impermanent. And people have misunderstood. The Gita, Shankaracharya, the Upanishads, all the masters, they are not telling you not to have worldly things. Please go ahead and have it. In the 11th chapter, Krishna says, Tasmat tvamuttishta yasho labhasva. Therefore, Arjuna, arise and gain fame. Enjoy this vast kingdom after having conquered your enemies. So he's saying that to all of us. The world is meant for you and me to enjoy. A parrot can't enjoy it, a dog can't enjoy it. Their capacity to enjoy is limited. Only you and I can enjoy. So enjoy it to the full. But never forget that it is passing. It's impermanent. It will go. With this understanding, with this firm conviction, go ahead and do what you like in the world. This is knowledge. And as long as you are anchored in the permanent, you can play around with the impermanent. Nothing will happen to you. But if you misunderstand the impermanent to be permanent, you've had it. Because when it goes, you'll crash. So, this is the knowledge that he's talking about. Now, we will move to verses 42, 43, and 44, which are taken together.